but I'm open to persuasion.
You know, even if you read Dianetics, you know that it talks about postpartum depression, Dianetics. But even outside of that, I know that. I was raised by 4 women who have children, have babies. And for me to tell anyone, I'm not trying or want to tell anyone how to live their life or what they should believe or shouldn't believe in any way. As a man, as a human being, I don't believe that. I want to help in any way that I can. You know, even as a Scientologist, the code of Scientologists is you respect the religious beliefs of others. That's part of being a Scientologist, and that's who I am.
Live from Radio America, this is the G. Gordon Liddy Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just prior to our taking a break, we received an email from Mariette F., and she said, great show. G-Man, can you ask Anonymous how much power these people have in Hollywood and, God forbid, Washington?
That's an excellent question. I'll take the Hollywood thing first. Hubbard was really a shrewd thinker about strategy, and he realized that if he was going to make Scientology respectable and get a lot of people to join it, he needed to have celebrities as spokespeople. So his theory was the way you get celebrities is you catch them on the way up or you get them on the way down. And he caught John Travolta on the way down, and he caught Tom Cruise on the way up. So Scientology has a lot of celebrity power and has a lot of money power, and it is notoriously litigious. And therefore, they have suppressed a lot of opposition to Scientology in Hollywood. People are afraid to speak up against them. So that's the thing on the celebrity thing. On the power in Washington, I got to preface this by saying Anonymous is nonpartisan, and it's a cross-ideological alliance of right, left, and center, Catholics, Protestants, and atheists. Okay, so I want to give you that background. Here's the deal with Scientology and politics. At the local level, they're always trying to do stuff with local political officials. They've done that with Republican officials in Florida and Democratic officials all over, as well as Republicans. But the main focus of political activity in Washington has been through Tom Cruise and John Travolta. You will recall during the Clinton administration that Travolta made that film called Primary Colors and consulted with President Clinton on that, and they got to be chummy. Right around that period, the government of Germany was putting extreme pressure on Scientology. In fact, they made an inquiry into the basic doctrines and practices of Scientology, and they concluded that its aims and intents were inimical to the German Constitution, and they placed them under special surveillance by the Office for the Defense of the Constitution. And so there was much agitation by John Travolta and Tom Cruise and other celebrity Scientologists to lean on our government to protest what they allege is anti-religious bigotry and discrimination in Germany. It's also interesting that in 1993, during the Clinton administration, the IRS approved the Scientology religious tax exemption. I'm going to add one thing that's recent. Greta Van Susteren, as you probably know, is a Scientologist.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, she is. Her husband, John P. Cole, is a trial lawyer. And he at one point said he was proud of being an ambulance chaser and was the first to turn in an airplane to India for the Bhopal chemical disaster. He made a lot of money in the tobacco wars, And he was also on part of the team that prosecuted the Ritalin wars. He has given a lot of money to Governor Martin O'Malley and the Democratic Party in Maryland. And O'Malley has appointed him to the board of directors of the University of Maryland medical system.
Oh, jeez.
You're right. Oh, geez. Here we have a man committed to the global obliteration of psychiatry sitting on the board of a medical system. It's just crazy and outrageous. Okay, now here is where the Republican Party is going to come in for a little stuff. Sometime during the summer, John P. Cole, who at that point was supporting Hillary Clinton in her, quest for the presidency. Sometime during the summer, he got to know Sarah Palin and John McCain, and there are some news reports from the Maryland press that they were having a great time palling around. So it seems that he has, switched from Democrats to Republicans on this. My position as a Republican is I do not think that either party should have anything to do with these people.
No, I certainly agree. Now, there's some discussion of coerced abortions amongst the Scientologists. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, there is. This comes as a shock to many, many people, and it should come as a shock particularly to people on the right who value family and life and individual decisions. And here's the story. Scientology's upper management and middle management is run by a group called the Sea Org. And this is a paramilitary organization. It's a command and control organization. They wear these goofy naval uniforms. Okay, these people sign billion-year contracts to be in the Sea Org. They are basically given room and board and some pin money. The big attraction, though, is they get free auditing, i.e., theoretically, instead of paying $350,000, they get to work it off. Okay? That's the setup.
While wearing naval uniforms?
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's called It's crazy, and it's fun, and Anonymous takes every opportunity to lampoon it, I can assure you. So these are really the hardcore, okay? And what happened in this is a long time ago, there used to be families with children. At some point in the late 70s, early 80s, the word went out, there will be no families in Sea Org. And so what happened was that meant that women who got pregnant were could either choose to have an abortion, or they would lose their job in Sea Org and be demoted and sent off to a really lower facility where they had no support from the Sea Org organization, and they could barely make it. And so that's the policy, and there's real coercion there, as you can see. Added on to that, we have testimony from many women who left, who were forced to have abortions, that there was intimidation, even to the point of physical violence, to convince women to have abortions.
What do they got against children? I mean, are they supposed to have demons in them or something?
No, this was solely a matter of convenience. There was a huge influx of new members of Scientology in the 80s, and an expansion in Sea Org, which meant there were more families and more children. And they simply did not want to spend the money to build facilities for families with kids.
Wow.